I have a background of being coming from being a teenage mom, substance abuse. My mom was in substances. I was in substances. So I have a lot of lived experience, grassroots, standing 10 toes deep and being able to triumph. And of course, I could never triumph without God being on my side. So I always contribute everything back in regards to me keeping my mental status and me moving forward in life. Never this, like, I could not have done it without God. I think that we have a misconception of what the darkness is. Oftentimes when we talk about darkness, because darkness have levels to it. And oftentimes when we talk about darkness, it's always this grim, bad place. However, because wisdom was given to me at a very, very young age, we were formed in darkness. We were shaped in darkness. In the womb of the mom, we are in darkness. We develop our arms, our eyes, so in the darkness, what we consider, that's a lot of relation that go on again with the creator of heaven and earth, right? It's a solitude place. It's a sacred place. And so as I learned how to masterfully get through those dark places and understanding more about my purpose and understanding that everything I go through and everything I've went through was not specifically for me. So those times when it didn't feel great, I didn't feel good, I didn't feel like talking, those isolated places, solitude, it was really for the next woman that I was going to meet along this journey and this path. You know, I can't really teach a woman how to be the CEO of her life if she hasn't dealt with the internal imbalances that she has going on first. Being able to, and what I have is something called the potted plant method. And so it's a visual that I use. Most of the time I come out of my book, The Art of Remaining, Unlocking Your Growth and Success with Emotional Intelligence. I'm currently revamping it and I have the curriculum to it. But it really is getting to where the woman is at inside of her, if I say potted plant. So if, for instance, I'll give an example. If, for instance, a woman is still blaming or shaming herself for something she had no control over. We have no control over what happens to us before the age of 18. I think we still have more commonalities than just the big different background of a culture. There's so much rooted in when we say culture. So if I say, because technically, literally looking at me, I know I came from somewhere in Africa. Okay. However, I do not understand or know my culture to the fullest. Yet there's still some spirituality in my culture that still pulls me to understanding that there's something more to me than just the surface of what I was taught here in America, right? So there's something that still pulls me. But then when we talk about women, we have a nurturing part of us. We can be in a store 9 times out of 10 and we hear a child cry. We as women, we're going to look like, where's the baby? You know, so we identify with our commonalities, not so much of our culture and our differences. When I talk about peace, I'm talking about pursuing excellence and courage every day. That's what I talk about in relations to peace. That's what I was given, right? Oh yeah, I want to pursue excellence and courage every day. Well, what does that look like? That right there is a topic I can take to a school. I can talk to women about it. I can talk to men about it. Men that want to, so it's looking at what we relate to. How can we identify with each other, and not so much, again, the differences in our cultures. When we understand our greatness, one of the things that we do at the House of Restoration is unselfishly mentor. When I understand my greatness, I actually can pour into someone unselfishly, right? I have the wisdom, they may have the resources. And it's okay to see someone get to the next level because your direction may be going this way. You may just be the one to plant or water that person to their greatness. And so the legacy that I would love to leave behind is to unselfishly give yourself.